What's going on, y'all beautiful people, man? Hope you guys are having an amazing day today, man. I'm having an amazing day. I'm having a great one. Just got hired for a new job. We're going to see how that goes. But in this video, we're going to be talking about but we're going to be talking about our ego, being able to master our ego, being able to try to get over our ego, being able to try to get into God's peace, love, joy, and all that great stuff, and putting ourselves into that every single day. Now, the power of this, I'm reading this book called Letting Go. It kind of talks about this concept. This is really what I'm diving into right now, and it is powerful for you because it's going to change how you show up every single day. The awareness of the ego is going to allow you to be aware of when you're feeling that anxiety, that stress, knowing that it is coming from a place of ego. Your ego wants to be approved of, wants you to look good, wants you to do all that stuff. But trying our best to place it into love, joy, and peace and collaboration with everybody through Christ Jesus, through God. That is what we're able to get to, and that's our best self. But the funny way that I was thinking about this that I want to share with you guys is funny because it's from this anime name called One Punch Man. And in this anime, there's this big freaking villain, and his name is King Orochi. And something that he said was so powerful for how we relate to this. Because he was like, he had never been able to face nobody that's like that actually great. But I mean, he's beaten people, he's gotten better and better, he's gotten more and more involved, whatever you want to say about it. But now he's gotten to the point where he's just so damn good that he doesn't even have the ego or the emotions, is what he was saying. Now, of course, he's a bad guy, but this is kind of similar to what we are trying to do, is remove that ego and continue to not beat ourselves up, but continue to face bigger and bigger challenges to where our ego just gets destroyed. And eventually we're at this point where we're just so strong in God's presence. So he did it his way, but also Saitama doesn't got no ego either, who is the hero of this freaking show. And he's just the strongest person in the freaking show. He's freaking absolutely overpowered. But basically, no egos and no emotions. And what he said, like the King Orochi is saying that, okay, finally, somebody who's actually strong enough to maybe awaken my ego and my emotions again. And he said, like, he's excited about that. Now, this is something where it's not, of course, we're not trying to be a freaking villain or nothing like that. We're trying to be the good guy. We're trying to be Saitama. But it's similar in the way of thinking about it. Our ego is something that the more that you continue to destroy it by putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, whether that's recording videos, whether that's going out there and talking to people, whether that's doing something uncomfortable in your life where it's just like, it's putting you in a place where you're going to look stupid, you're going to be embarrassed, it takes you out of your ego and forces you to place your awareness on God and forces us to get closer into God's presence, to focus on only wanting God's approval. It is so powerful because the more videos that I make of this, the more I'm realizing I have to get out of my ego over and over, and how much I've had myself in that ego and trying to get out of that. That's the best place that we can live, when we're living in God's presence. So just like King Orochi, what he was saying is that, like, he basically doesn't have no more of that ego, and that's what we can get to. But also in Saitama's side, we're getting to that by continuing to destroy it. The more that we destroy it, the more that you continue to destroy your ego by doing something uncomfortable. Like today, I went over there to IHOP to get a little interview. And I go into the interview and I'm just like focusing on placing my awareness on God, not needing the approval from anybody there, not needing to get this job, nothing like that. And that is so powerful because before I wouldn't have been able to do that. But now that I've been getting out of my ego with freaking making these videos, 5 videos a day over and over and over again, it has been so powerful for me because it's helped me with being able to do something as simple as that, doing something like that. And of course, going over here to do this job, knowing that, of course, it's going to be uncomfortable because this is my first time as a server. And maybe I'm going to mess up a lot, and it's going to get me out of that ego. Maybe I'm going to have to accept, like, oh, I'm going to look stupid for a long while, however long it takes me to get used to this job. I did get hired. But that's going to be something that it starts to get you excited because it's like, okay, here's an opportunity to crush my ego. Here's an opportunity to place my presence in God. Here's an opportunity to do something exciting and to do something that makes me uncomfortable. Which before I would have been like, no, I absolutely do not want to do anything like that because we're trying to protect our ego. But the more that we're able to embarrass ourselves, put ourselves in uncomfortable spots, the more our presence gets into God and the more we fear only God, and the more we can do greater and greater things because we're not operating from fear, we're operating from love, joy, presence, God's peace, all that great stuff. So whatever you're doing today, I hope you guys are able to see it as that, see it as getting out of your ego, and see it as an opportunity to get stronger today. Love you guys very much, man. Hope y'all having an amazing one. I will talk to y'all in the next video. Peace.